Hello and welcome back. I'm Joseph Hoffman, and today it's time for another sight reading challenge. And let's remember for a moment why we practice sight reading. Remember that good sight readers are able to learn new repertoire much faster, which means faster overall progress. And really good sight readers are able to open up a piece of music and simply sit down and play it on their first try. And that's fun. For today's sight reading challenge, I'm going to be taking exercises from Sight Reading Trainer Book 2, which contains 100 sight reading exercises and also includes practice tips and instructions to maximize your progress. The best way to become a great sight reader is to simply do a lot of it, which is why I highly recommend that you pause the video now and get this book from our website so you can have lots of sight reading material designed by me to be just at the right level for your daily practice. If you already have Sight Reading Trainer Book 2, then go ahead and press pause to get it out because we'll be using it today in the lesson. All right, let's come to the piano to start the sight reading challenge. In your Sight Reading Trainer Book 2, please find exercise number 3. I'm going to walk you through the 6 sight reading steps that I'd like you to do for every one of these exercises in the book. By doing these 6 steps, you're going to really master the essential skills of sight reading. Step 1 is tap the rhythm while you count the beat. So we've got to check out our time signature, and we see that 3 on top tells us we'll count 3 beats per measure. So let me show you what that would sound like for this exercise 3. You're going to count out loud and tap. So you'll go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Notice for those titis, I had to do 2 sounds in 1 beat for 2 or 2 and. Now, will you try that on your own? Count the beat out loud while you tap. Go. Good. Now, if you need more tries, just press pause to try it again. Otherwise, let's go on to step 2. Step 2 will be to point and identify the steps, skips, or repeats. Like this. You'll go start, step down, skip up, step down, etc. Now, will you try that on your own? Say start for the first note, go. Good. Now say it with me. Start, step down, skip up, step down, step down, step up, step up, step up, skip down, step down, step down, step up, skip down. Good. Step 3 is point and identify the letter names. So you'll figure out the letter name for the first note. I can see it's a step below the bass F line, so I know that's E, D, F, E, D, E, F. Now, will you do the rest? You take over from here. You should have said G, E, D, C, D, E, C. Step 4 is to place your hand in the correct pentascale or position. Now, we know that we're in bass clef, and the first note is this E right here. So here's my middle C. We have to come to the E below middle C, and we know we're in the C pentascale because of the page of exercises that we're on. So here's the position. That's step 4. Go ahead and get your hand in position on your piano. And now I'd like you to try steps 5 and 6 on your own. So starting with step 5, which is play and sing the letter names. So go ahead and press pause, and you're going to play each note of the exercise while you sing the letter names. Press pause to do step 5 on your own, then press play to try it with me. Okay, here's what it should have sounded like. E, D, F, E, D, E, F, G, E, D, C, D, E, C. Now, if that's not quite what you did, go ahead and press pause and try it again. Otherwise, let's go on to the last step, step 6, which is to play and count the beat. So go ahead and press pause, and on your own, try to count the beat out loud, like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You're going to count the beat out loud while you play. Press pause to try that on your own, and then press play, and I'll show you how it's supposed to go. Okay, here's how that should have sounded. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. All right, those are the 6 steps. If you needed extra time or help with any of those, always feel free to pause and rewind. Otherwise, let's go on to our next exercise. Next up for our sight reading challenge, let's go in your sight reading trainer, book 2, to exercise 6, which is down at the bottom of this page. Find exercise 6, and you'll notice for this one, we have the grand staff, which remember is the combination of the treble staff and a bass staff for the right hand to play and the left hand to play. So now we're sight reading two-handed stuff. This is pretty awesome and intense. So let's go through our steps together and see how we would do this kind of grand staff exercise. So for step 1 on exercise 6, when we tap the rhythm, we're going to have to use both hands. The right hand will tap any treble staff notes. The left hand will tap any bass staff notes. Let's try the hands separately first, and then we'll put it together. Notice our time signature is 5/4. So we'll count 5 beats per measure. I'll count 5 beats, and then we'll start. Tap the right hand with me while we count the beat out loud. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Now let's try the left hand. Get your left hand ready, and let's tap the bass staff rhythm while you count out loud. For the chord, just tap once. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you need another try on any of these, always feel free to rewind and try again. Now, we're going to try it hands together. So let me demonstrate once, and then you press pause and try it on your own. Here's what it's going to sound like. You have to notice when the hands are together and when they're playing apart. So, counting out loud, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, now press pause and you try that on your own, counting the beat out loud while you tap that rhythm with both hands. For step 2, we're going to have to do each staff one at a time. So can you press pause and point and say all the steps, skips, repeats for the treble staff. Press pause and try that on your own, then press play to go on. You should have said start, step up, repeat, step down, step down, step down, repeat, step up, repeat, step up, skip down, repeat. And when you have a big skip down like this, let's name the interval. Let's say down a fifth, repeat. Good. Now, let's take a look at the bass clef. This one's a little different because we have these chords. So it's a little tricky. We'll say chord, repeat, and then you just have to choose. Let's refer from the top note. We'll step down, step down, step down, repeat. Then I'll just say chord, chord, step down. Again, referring from the top note. of the chord. We step down, step up, chord. Okay? Try that with me. Chord, chord. Say it with me. Step down, step down, step down. Repeat. Chord, chord. Step down, step up, chord. So that's what we would do for step 2. Then step 3 is point and identify the letter names. So again, back up to the treble staff. Can you point and say all the letter names? I'd like you to press pause and try that on your own, then press play to go on. You should have said E, F, G, G, F, E, D, D, E, D, E, E, F, G, C, C. Now, can you do the same thing for the bass staff? We'll say the chords notes the first time, C and G chord, a C and G chord, and then we'll just say chord after that. So we can say C and G chord, chord, F, E, D. Now, can you do the rest? Should have had a D, D, chord, chord, F, G, chord. Now, we need to notice how the hands are working together. Notice that in certain measures, the hands are playing the same thing. Did you notice the right hand had F, E, D, D, while the left hand also had F, E, D, D? And then when we have this F, G here, the right hand also has F, G. It's very important to notice and kind of scan ahead how the hands are working. Sometimes the left hand's playing chords, while the right hand's playing a melody. Sometimes they're playing the melody together. Step 4 is place your hand, or hands in this case, in the correct pentascalar position. So this time we're using treble and bass clef, so we need right and left hand in the C pentascale. So go ahead and find your position on the piano. Now I'd like you to press pause and play and sing the letter names. Try first right hand all by itself, then try left hand all by itself. And when you play the chord, you can just say chord for that. And then try it hands together. So you're actually going to do it 3 times. Right hand, then left hand, then together. Press pause to try sight reading this on your own. Then press play, and I'll show you what it should have sounded like. So I'm going to play it hands together. And when you're playing it hands together, you can just choose one hand. I'm going to choose to sing the letter names of the right hand. Here we go. E, F, G, G, F, E, D, D, E, D, E, E, F, G, C, C. All right. Now, you're ready for step 6, which is to play and count the beat out loud. So I'd like you to play this one more time on your own. Press pause and try to play this while counting the beat like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Press pause. Try step 6. Remember, keep your eyes on the notes, not on your fingers. Try step 6 on your own and then press play to go on. Great work taking the sight reading challenge. Remember that you can get 100 exercises in Sight Reading Trainer Book 2. I recommend that you do 2 exercises every day using the 6 sight reading steps that we used together today. Happy practicing and see you next time. Doesn't it seem strange to you that we call it sight reading? No, not really. I mean, how else would you read the notes except by sight? Sight reading? That's so redundant. Of course we're going to read by sight. You're probably overthinking it. I mean, do they think we're going to read the notes by taste? Taste reading? Well, Mr. Smarty Pants, did you know that blind people can read by touch? Huh? You mean like touch reading? Yeah, it's called Braille, and it's really cool. It's reading by touch. People who are blind can get really fast at it too. Look, I'll show you. Whoa, that is amazing. People can actually read by just feeling those little teeny bumps with their fingers? You know what this means? No, what? I bet taste reading actually could work too. You know what? I'm going to invent the first music book that you can read by taste. What? You'll be able to lick your way through Mozart and Beethoven. The sweet flavors of symphonies on your tongue. Won't the page get kind of soggy? True genius is rarely appreciated. I'm going to go get to work on my invention. Let's see. I'll use chocolate for half notes, vanilla for quarter notes, and pumpkin spice for 16th notes. I can taste it now. It's going to be so good. You gotta love scuba.